Hello, and welcome to our daily reflection for Thursday, April 30th. I've been thinking about Sunday's gospel reading, the story of the disciples on the road to Emmaus. It takes them a while to figure out that it's Jesus who's been walking with them, Jesus who's at the table with them. When they finally realized that they had encountered the risen Lord, they were filled with joy. And although the hour was late, they dashed back to Jerusalem to share their joy with their friends. We're thinking about joy this week. What brings us joy? And the story and that question reminds me of a Mary Oliver poem, Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give into it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We're not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. That poem was written several years ago, and yet we're in this place where lives and towns are being upended, and some are lost. And sometimes we're not wise, and sometimes we're not kind. And I'm not sure that there can't be redemption, but that's a topic for another time. But I so agree with the sense that joy and love are connected, just as love and God are connected. I've been thinking about feeling joy and finding joy in this moment and realizing that sometimes joy comes unbidden, but other times it's there only when I begin to pay attention. As many of you may know, I'm a fan of St. Ignatius of Loyola and a student of Ignatian spirituality. A key practice in Ignatian spirituality is the examen, where each day, often in the evening, one reflects on the day, giving thanks to God for the blessings of that day, acknowledging before God the challenges of that day, and handing over anxieties or fears about the day to come. In addition to the daily examen, there's also something called a particular examen. And as I reflect on this question of where joy is to be found, I am at the moment undertaking a particular examen of noticing joy, of feeling joy, of looking for joy each day. My sister and I have started a joy journal and share what has sparked joy for us when we say night prayer together. So far, the list includes the profusion of spring flowers, which bring me joy with their rich colors of purple and yellow and pink and orange. The shining sun on Wednesday. Oh, it's so good to have the sunshine. The birds singing joyfully outside my window, although sometimes it's very early in the morning and that's not so joyful. And especially the stories of generosity and kindness in this time of physical distancing. And those bring me immense joy. So where are you noticing joy at the moment? Are you finding joy in a person or a place or a thing? We're putting together a community joy collage for our service on this coming Sunday. So if something you love sparks joy, email a picture of joy to Ashley at ashley@stjohnsnh.org and join in our collage of that which is bringing us joy, that which we've noticed. And I pray that you will notice joy in your life today. Blessings.